I did yoga every day for a couple of years. For a long time, things were great, and I enjoyed the initial benefits from yoga. However, things started happening. I got physical symptoms. I experienced spiritual things that I never have had before or after my time in yoga. The nature of my experiences was of that kind that is unforgettable. I wanted to make sense out of my experiences and started a deep study and research of yoga. I am now about to share with you what I found out. All links to my references are in the description box below.
Yoga is largely misunderstood today to be primarily the practice of asanas, physical postures. The asanas are body postures, commonly referred to as yoga postures or yoga positions. Asanas are not meant for physical fitness, but for conquering the elements, energies, and so on. This is said by the Hindu American Foundation, halfsight.org. YogaBasics.com explained that yoga is first found documented in the early writings and most sacred books and texts of Hinduism. Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, Patanjali Yoga Sutras. YogaBasics.com does not only teach about the history of yoga as being an integrated part of Hinduism, but also how to invoke Hinduic deities, Lakshmi in this article, into the practice. Yoga is the most important contribution to the modern world, HinduWebsite.com. The word yoga means to join the own self, Atman, with Brahman. Brahman is, according to Hindu religion, the world soul or the supreme being. Through yoga, one can achieve higher consciousness through the awakening of the kundalini energy and other latent powers. The practice of yoga is a sure way of hastening the process of our evolution into higher beings, HinduWebsite.com. Yoga is explicitly not an exercise according to Hinduic religious beliefs, but a spiritual path of theirs and a way to conquer or awaken energies and powers. Let's take a look at what the kundalini energy is that is being evoked through yoga. Yoga awakens the kundalini energy through the practice of asanas, yoga postures. The kundalini is also awakened through meditation, pranayama, which is the practice of breath control, and the chanting of mantras. The kundalini power moves from the bottom chakra up to the crown of the head. A field of electricity can be sensed around the spine, and you are supposed to be enlightened when this occurs. But that is a fraction of the whole picture. The yogajournal.com is a dense site about any spiritual topic about and surrounding yoga. The Yoga Journal surely knows what they are talking about. The Yoga Journal writes that the Kundalini awakening happens when the Kundalini energy flows through each chakra and reaches the top of the head, and this in turn leads to an expanded state of consciousness, which can be a blissful feeling of love and a feel of being interconnected to all things. Now that is on the good note. The Yoga Journal states that awakening the Kundalini energy, and I quote, can feel like a bad drug trip or even a psychotic break, where the practitioner goes through altered sleep cycles, changes in identity, or depression. End of quote. The yogajournal.com.
Or the symptoms of the awakening of the Kundalini power is called either ascension symptoms or the Kundalini syndrome. The meaning of ascension is when the spirit is ascending into higher vibrations, the evolution of the spirit. Ascension symptoms and the Kundalini syndrome are basically the very same. Ascension is just a more deceptive way of describing the spiritual journey that makes you sick. Energy rushes, energies circulating the body, intense heat or cold, migraine, headache, experiences connected to the chakras, emotional numbness, mood swings, antisocial tendencies, depression, disrupted sleep patterns, pains in the body, bliss, transcendental awareness. This is a small selection of all the different symptoms that you can achieve from yoga, pranayama, breath control, exercises, meditation, or any other New Age technique.
The Occult Dictionary, links to the occult.co.uk, gives a visitor an initial warning at the front page and deeper in their site the description of common yoga. The meaning of the word yoga is identical for the occultists as for the Hinduists. Yoga means a union between the divine, and there are several different yoga disciplines. Hatha, Kundalini, Iyengar, Bikram, Vinyasa, and more. Kundalini energy is also described identical to the Hinduists' description of it. The Kundalini is awakened through yoga and is an energy that runs through the chakras up to the top of the head where the crown chakra is. Chakras are also found here in this occult dictionary, and their description is the same as for the Hinduists, the yoga community, and for New Age beliefs. Let me introduce a man, Aleister Crowley, who is one of the most significant individuals for the occult. Aleister Crowley referred to himself as the Beast. During his lifetime, he was described by British press to be the wickedest man in the world, a description he may have been proud of. He was an author of a large selection of books regarding occult subjects, rituals, and black magic. Among all Aleister Crowley's written books, he has one book about yoga, 8 lectures about yoga. I am sure Aleister Crowley did not have any intentions of just stretching out, but he had the esoteric knowledge of what yoga in reality is and the energies yoga evokes. The illustration on the front cover, a man is holding his hands in hand postures, so-called yoga mudras. Yoga mudras are increasing the flow of energy. This particular hand sign does look a whole lot like a number 666, a number of importance to Satanism, and also Aleister Crowley, aka the Beast. Links to the occult.co.uk gives out the content of their entire site in a PDF file. This PDF file's front cover can be seen in the right corner at the site and is the image of the Baphomet. This is a so-called god figure and is erected as a statue in the Satanic Temple of Detroit. It is connected to black magic and satanic rituals among Satanists. When we look closer on it, we can see the 2 snakes in the center of the image, identical to the symbol of the Kundalini energy, and how the 2 snakes spirals up along the spine in the center of the body. Let us see the viewpoint Satanists take on yoga, Kundalini, and their chakras. Joy of Satan is a satanic ministry, and they have a lot of information regarding any doubtful subject or what is found within the New Age. The serpent, a symbol of Satan, represents the fiery Kundalini force coiled at the base of the spine, which upon ascending transforms the human mind and soul to a much higher level of understanding and ability. This is the true meaning of raising the devil. The Kundalini lies beneath the Muladhara chakra. The objective is to ascend the serpent from the base of the spine through the 7 chakras up to the crown chakra at the top of the head. Hatha, physical yoga, is a great help in stimulating and opening the chakras. Yoga means union, and its origin is satanic. Yoga is a threat to the enemy as it endows the practitioners with spiritual and physical powers. Now the enemy they are referring to is believers in Christ. Further on, they give the recommendations for what the yoga program should contain. Standing asanas, sitting asanas, forward bending asanas, backward bending asanas, side to side bending asanas, twisting asanas, inverted asanas, lying asanas, and the asanas they mention to use in the everyday Hatha yoga program includes very well-known yoga postures such as the triangle, the cobra, the lotus, and other common asanas practiced at any gym around the corner. Regarding the chakras, Joy of Satan, wants to make it really clear that this knowledge about the chakras is from Satan. No matter which walk you are from, the solar chakra is the grail of Lucifer. There are 7 chakras that are located along the spine that are the most powerful. Interesting enough, there is here a reference regarding this to the Bible. Let's tie up the bag of information, all regarding the very same subjects, with the very same description and way of practice, but described by so many confusingly different beliefs system. Hindu religion, occultism, Satanism, and let's not forget about the fitness people. My conclusion is that all are deceived. The most deceived group are the fitness people, the Satanists, who surely would not get involved in, much less having a satanic ministry spending efforts into writing about these subjects, unless it was from the pit of hell. They are also deceived, but to a less degree. I am not at all surprised, after finding all this out, that every manifestation, experience, and symptom of my so-called spiritual evolution all disappeared with one single sentence prayer to God through Jesus Christ to come into my heart and save me. I give him the glory, and I am forever thankful.